Okay, good morning. It's day 2. Chester cried for most of the night. He hasn't eaten. He drank some this morning, but not probably enough for what he needs. I'm shattered. Although I have been told that probably the crying actually could have been a side effect of the surgery and the anaesthetic. It's been a long night. It's been a long night. He isn't looking particularly well this morning, only because he doesn't really want to eat anything. Trying to give him painkillers, antibiotics, things like that is ridiculously difficult. He doesn't want to eat any treats with them in. He doesn't want to eat any food with them in. He doesn't want to eat food full stop. We've tried all the treats that we know he loves. He's not fussed. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. My biggest concern is I've managed to get some antibiotics into him, but not that much. When I go back today, I'm tempted to take them back with me and ask if they can change them for a liquid one. I don't know if that's a thing, but I will ask the question because he is not having any of those antibiotics. I'll do the same with the paracetamol that they've given me as well. He's just refusing, which obviously causes stress, tension, everything for the dog, for the humans, for everyone. I have spoken to my manager because I was going to stay with him for 24 hours. They said they wanted someone to stay with him for, period of time and not leave him on his own because he's crated, but I might have to go into work. We will see how he does and I will go from there. Okay. All right, well, I'll give you a check-in later on after we've been for our 24-hour checkup. And we'll go from there. Yeah. Hey, so it's lunchtime. Came back to work, dropped Chester off at home. I think from what my mother-in-law has said, the pain relief that they gave him in the vets has helped. Basically, when we took him in, they said they thought he was a little bit agitated, possibly down to being back at the vets. There was also some puppies in the waiting area, which I don't think helped because he was actually really excited and wanted to say hi. They gave him an opioid injection to help and then said to settle him down. They also gave us some tins of food, some science plan to try, which Chester's on raw food. But I have tried every which way to tempt him to eat his tablets and just generally to eat. And he's not eating at the moment. But then again, I don't know how I would feel if I just had an operation to have my leg lengthened. I don't know whether I would want to eat any food either. I just really need him to have those painkillers and those antibiotics. So I'm going to attempt later. I've had some awesome suggestions from all the guys over at Bella and Duke. Cheese triangles, primula cheese, pate, lots of different things. And I can guarantee that later I'm more than likely going to try them all. But on that note, other than that, I've checked in with him. He's been out for a 5-minute walk. He hasn't really gone to the toilet again, although this morning on the way out to the car, he peed buckets. So he really did need to pee. He just didn't quite know the mechanism, I guess, of doing it anymore because he's got one leg to stand on, one leg that's bandaged up, and then he's got to lift one leg. So how does he just stay on one leg? So you can kind of see the confusion of, oh, how does this work? But the need to wee, I guess, overrode that. He was a little bit unsettled in the car, but hey ho, that's it. Speak to you later. Hey guys, welcome back. Just got home from work. Chester is definitely looking a little bit brighter. He let me take him for a little bit of a walk. We live in a cul-de-sac and I literally walked him around the cul-de-sac. Didn't even take 5 minutes, I don't actually think. He has peed in the cage, unfortunately. My mother-in-law's been really good actually. She's been here most of the day. The other problem was she literally nipped back. His brother is staying at her house, funnily enough. She nipped back to check on him, and Chester managed to get out of the cage. So he's clearly feeling better and thinks that he can use his leg, which I don't know. I don't know about that one, but we'll see. I just need to be able to get him to have his blooming antibiotic now. He's taken to whining in the cage again. But to be totally truthful, the whining in the cage today is definitely the let me out, I want to run around, this is crazy, why can't I play? Yeah, the swelling at the top of his leg looks absolutely amazing in comparison to when we got home yesterday. So when we got home yesterday, the top of the bandage was swollen. It had quite a bruise on it, but this morning the bruise had pretty much gone, and he was, you know, less swollen. But I've actually got back today and the swelling's gone down quite significantly. My mother-in-law says that she's taken him out 3 times, so actually that's swelling gone down on top of having some exercise. He is trying to now use the paw. Yesterday he was carrying it up, but he seems to be putting it down flat now, which I think is a good thing. Means he's using his paw as it should be used. I don't know how tomorrow's going to go. We have had so many suggestions from the guys over at Bella and Duke, everybody on their Facebook page. Thank you so much for all the suggestions of ways to get him to take his medicine. There were some crackers. My favourite one so far, I think, has to be the get the tablet, cover it in butter, wrap it in some ham, open his mouth and shove it in. And I swear I'm at that kind of stage. I have tried everything. I've tried cheese, hot dogs, just the tablet and putting it in. I've crushed the tablet up and put it in some food. He hasn't really eaten as much as I would like him to have eaten, but I guess that's, again, he doesn't eat on a schedule. I put his food down and he tends to, over the space of about an hour, kind of graze. He's always been that dog. The problem I've got is now I can't let him graze for an hour. Yes, so there is that. He's currently kind of dozing in his crate, which is kind of cute to see. He's obviously super tired, so I'm just letting him have a nap. Hopefully when he's woken up, he'll feel like he wants to have some food or he wants to drink some water. But I'm pretty glad with how today's gone. I feel like it could be worse, considering, you know, I've been at work, etc. Yeah, so probably the biggest learn from today is that I needed more than just the latch on a cage for a terrier, because they're super smart and they managed to get themselves out on their own. Thank the Lord. My mother-in-law literally had just nipped outside. She lives across the road from us, which is really lucky. And she'd just run across to her house to check on the other little man and was just coming back across when she realised that she could see him stood on our windowsill. So he's obviously managed to hop up onto the sofa. Not the best thing, is it really? But hey-ho, it's no one's fault, it just happens. Yeah, so that's that. I'll give you an update later on, just before I go to bed. Okay, bye.